Number 2, Heritage Hall Chargers versus 4A3 number 7, Madill Wildcats. I'm Brett Bogert. We're here with Charger baseball legend Pope Van Cleef. Should be a fun day, Pope. Let's go into our feature player, talk about Jake LaForce a little bit, Pope.
Yeah, Brett, it's great to be back. I think I've been here a couple times since I graduated, and I just can't tell you how nice this place looks. But yeah, our Fuzzies feature player of the game is Jake LaForce. Jake is a real spark plug. He's a vocal and example leader. He's a major piece of the offense. Looks like he's batting about .320 this year, and he's a huge Astros fan.
Yeah, big Astros fan. Yeah, Jake's he's a great kid. I've been fortunate enough to have him in Charger Iron. I see him on the basketball court as well. He's a great athlete. Really kind of the embodiment of a great Heritage Hall athlete. He lays it on the line for his teammates. He's a team-first guy, unselfish. It's a lot of fun to watch him play, and expect him to have a big day here in this district doubleheader. All right, we're going to cut to a commercial, and then we'll come back with some lineups, and we'll get this thing underway.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Order up. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction.
The world's finest automobiles, featured at Oklahoma City's finest dealership, Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. During the grand opening event, lease a new 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 SUV for $459 a month. Mercedes-Benz luxury in a new location. It's the grandest of openings.
Hi, I'm Todd Bondy, operating partner at Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City, and I'd like to personally invite you to the grand opening of our brand new state-of-the-art facility in Edmond off the Broadway Extension.
All right, folks, welcome back to Stadium 11. Looks like we got a good shot of our Fuzzies feature player, Jake LaForce, right there. Chargers going to be in their blue jerseys with white pants. Pope, why don't we talk about the HH lineup here for a little bit? Like we said, the Chargers are 16-13 on the year, 7-2 in district. Those games that really count. 7-2, finish number 2 in 4A4. Pope, why don't you talk about the lineup?
Yeah, it looks like we got a real solid team. So leading off for the Chargers, we've got Colby Lewis. He's the DH. He's batting .431 on the year. We got batting second, playing left field. We've got Jake LaForce.
Feature player, Jake LaForce.
Yep, feature player. Batting 3-hole, Jackson Job. He's the shortstop. Looks like he's got 21 RBIs on the year. Real solid season for him. Batting 4-hole, playing third base, Landry Kyle. Looks like he's batting .408 on the year. That's a great batting average. Batting 5-hole, Max Hardberger. He's playing center field. Looks like he's also got 21 RBIs on the season. Batting 6-hole, Range Faulkner, playing right field. Batting .314 on the season. 9 stolen bases also. Batting 7-hole, we've got Bowen Bridges. He's playing first base. Batting 8-hole, we've got, what's his first name?
Brigham Evans.
Brigham Evans.
It's got B. Evans on the roster.
Yep, B. Evans. So then we've got batting 9-hole, Caden Wells playing catcher.
Yeah, it's a good lineup. It'll be fun to see these guys. I know 16-13 might not be exactly what they wanted for the regular season, but in the games that really mattered, the 9 district games, they went 7-2. So that means they know how to play in a big game, and obviously we've got 2 big games tonight in this doubleheader in districts. So I expect a big showing from the Chargers. The Madill Wildcats are 2-31 on the season, 0-12 over there in District 4A3. So it should be an interesting game. I expect the Chargers to take care of business and really get serious as they enter the postseason, go on a playoff run. Pope, why don't you tell us about Madill's lineup, the Wildcats from Madill?
Yeah, it looks like, okay, so we've got Wild Roberts batting first. We've got Case Colby batting second. Got Brett McDaniel batting third. We've got Ethan Nixon batting fourth. We've got Aaron Van batting fifth. Batting sixth, we've got, looks like, Cotty Tweedy. Batting seventh, we've got Vason Queen. Batting 8th, we've got Trey Gamble. Batting 9th, we've got Isel Eads. And that's it.
Yeah, very good. Like we said, big district showdown, doubleheader. Beautiful day for it. Very light wind, about 80 degrees. You can't ask for a better day for some playoff baseball. We got the coaches up there. We got Coach Seymour for the Chargers and Coach Frank Thompson up there meeting with the umpires. I believe in districts, I don't know if they flip for the home team. I know in regionals they do, but not exactly sure. I don't think in districts. I think since we have the better record, we are the home team, so we'll be back in second. So I expect to see the Wildcats out there. Pope, I gave you Madill's roster here because the positions are written in numbers, which, I'm obviously –
I didn't see that right
I
there,
thought
Brett.
you being the baseball guy would be able to handle that, but,
It's been a little while there, Brett.
Well, that's all right. Let's see here. Pretty excited to see this Charger lineup get going. Like you said, Colby Lewis, he plays catcher as well as DH. He's DHing for the pitcher. It's been fun to watch him as a freshman. He started every game as a freshman last year, just a sophomore. He plays football for us as well. He's a great kid. It's fun to watch him get after it. And then, like we said, Jake LaForce, the Fuzzies featured player, he's a rock. He's a leader for this team, kind of keeps them all together, keeps them focused. And all right, Pope, let's move on to the keys of the game. Let's see what Heritage needs to do to get this win.
Yeah, so we've got the keys to victory presented by Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. So first, we got to charge out to an early lead. We've got to pitch to contact and make plays. And then last, speed kills. We got to get lots of steals today, Brett.
Absolutely. The Chargers, traditionally have been aggressive on the base path, so I expect them to play aggressively today. A lot of hit and runs, a lot of activity to try to get out to this early lead. There's a good shot at old Coach Seymour right there. Seymour's done a great job. He's in his first season as the head coach. Like I said, 16-13, 7-2 in district, finishing runner-up in District 4A4. He's done a good job taking over for Coach Breck Draper, who moved on to the college ranks. So I know Seymour's been excited about this season, and I know he's even more excited about his first postseason.
And we did graduate a lot of seniors here last year, Brett. Right?
Yeah. There was a good group of seniors. Several of them went on to play college baseball with Blake Adams and Chandler Shepard, Carson Orton. It's been a good baseball tradition, obviously since back in your days with Coach Allen, and then on with Coach Draper. Now Coach Seymour carrying on that tradition. So it should be fun. Looks like both teams are kind of getting their last-minute adjustments, last-minute getting ready to go. We will have some live action here shortly. I imagine we'll have the national anthem as well coming up. But, there's a good shot at our Charger squad right there as they get ready to make this playoff push. All right, I think we're gonna go to one more quick commercial break, and then we'll come back for national anthem and getting first pitch underway.
Trading time at Joe Cooper Ford. That means you can trade the keys to your old truck for the keys to a new F-150, lower your monthly payment, and make no payment for 90 days. You can do that? Yes, you can. Joe outsells other Ford dealers by 2 to 1 because he always has the lowest prices. And in fact, Joe guarantees to beat any other Ford dealer's price by at least $500, or he'll give you $10,000 cash. And with 3 locations, Joe has 3 times the selection to choose from. Who loves you, Oklahoma?
Come see us at Joe Cooper Ford.
Kindly remove your hats for the playing.
All right, welcome back to Stadium 11. We're gonna listen in for the national anthem. Beautiful rendition on the radio.
Thank you, and play ball.
Oh, good rendition of the national anthem there. As you can see by that flag, we got the north wind, which is going to be nice for the fans, but probably won't see too many home runs today, as that north wind usually holds the ball up and keeps it in. I know you're used to all those south winds, so your pop-ups would carry out of the park. But it's a good look at the Chargers. Getting to see Thomas up there, getting a few warm-up pitches in.
Brett, tell us a little bit about him.
He's been doing a good job this year. Obviously, right-handed pitcher. Trying to look for
Looks like he's got a 3.72 ERA on the year, so 20 strikeouts also.
Yeah, it's good. He looks like he's got some good stuff up there. I expect a good day from him on the hill. Hopefully, we can do a good job on the offensive side, backing him up and keep him out of trouble. Hopefully, the defense. He's got a solid defense behind him, as you see. Jackson Jobe right there throwing across the diamond. We got Brigham over there throwing across the diamond. He's got some talent right behind him, so I expect I expect him to get some pitches over the plate, make him earn it, and I expect the defense to step up and have a good day. Hopefully the Chargers can get off to that fast start like we talked about in the keys to victory.
Looks like he's bringing some pretty good gas too as he's getting warmed up. So
yeah, that center field camera is pretty good to see. I know you guys have a good view with that at home right there. We got Caden Wells behind the plate. Got a pretty good arm there. I don't expect the Wildcats to, if they get on base, I don't expect them to try to challenge his arm, Pope.
No, it doesn't look like it. He got that down there pretty easily. So we've got Wild Roberts up first.
You know, Madill High School, the home of Lane Gibbs.
Oh.
Did you know that? Yeah. Here we go. We're ready for the first pitch of postseason baseball. That's where the Chargers have made their living. I think 4 straight state championship or state tournament appearances. I know they're expecting the expectations are high, and they expect to meet those expectations again this season.
I expect they will.
That one low in the dirt for ball 1, and we are underway. Good pitch there from Tom.
It's like he painted that outside corner there, Brett.
Yeah, that was a good one. 1-1 count to Wild Roberts. I like that name. Oh, that one's going off into the parking lot. Avoids the cars.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Brett, I'd be looking for something off speed here. Probably low and away again.
Good pitch.
Oh, strike 3. Painted that outside corner. Fastball.
That's a good pitch. Got him looking for the first out of the ball game. That's a good start. That's the start the Chargers are looking for. I know Thomas is going to build off that. That'll bring up number 4, Case Cobble, I apologize, the shortstop.
I'll tell you what, Brett, after a strikeout like that, there's nothing like throwing the ball around. You just feel real good. It's a great way to start the game off.
Absolutely. Pitch 1 low and away for ball 1. I know you guys didn't get to do that very often when you were on the hill.
Well, Brett, I threw a lot of balls back in my day. Nice backhanded play.
Oh. That was a good backhand by Bowen.
That might be an error.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an error. It was a good throw to first. I think Thomas was making sure he got to the bag. He kind of took his eye off the ball to make sure he got his foot on the bag, and it just fell to the ground. So Madill has their first runner of the day. He reaches on an error. That'll bring up number 2, Brett McDaniel. He's got a good name. Let's see if he can play like it.
Yeah.
See if we can get one on the ground and let the Chargers roll 2.
Checking the runner.
Cobble able to get in safely.
I don't think we have any statistics on Madill. that I'm seeing, but he looks like he's pretty quick. Lead off.
There's the grounder. Let's see what Jackson can do here. Flips it over to Landry
nice.
Get out of the inning. Rolls a nice double play, Pope.
Wow.
I do have to say I called that.
Look at that hair on Landry, too.
Absolutely. You got to go with the flow.
Oh, yeah.
If you got a flow, you got a chance to be a player.
He's got some quick hands. That was just a perfect transition.
That was, nicely done by
textbook double play.
I kind of thought Jackson was just going to step on the bag and throw to first, but he trusts Landry to be there in his spot, flips it to Landry, throws it to Bowen for the second and third out.
It's called picking up your team, making up for an error.
Absolutely. That's what they needed right there. Now we get to see the Chargers hit. We're going to have Colby Lewis, the designated hitter, leading off. Like we said, Colby's he's a competitor, man. It's fun to watch him play. I'm fortunate enough to coach him in football, like I said. He's a tough kid.
And he has scored 37 runs this year.
Yeah,
That's a testament to him and the people who come behind him, Brad.
Absolutely. I think he started his whole season as a freshman, so he's into the upper 60s in runs scored. So if he doubles that, he's going to have a chance to be one of Heritage Hall's top run scorers of all time.
Might beat one of the all-time greats, Sam McCurdy. I'm sure he's up there on that list, Brett.
Oh, Sam McCurdy, yep. He was a pretty good player in his day.
And it looks like Colby's also got 19 stolen bases on the season. Brett, what's his 40 time? Do you happen to know that from football?
He's quick, yeah. He runs in the 4.5s. I know in baseball it's the 60. I know he's in the low 6s, I believe, in the 60, which obviously is a big
he's
deal.
Not as quick as I was.
Oh, I don't know about that, buddy. I've seen you try to round those bases. You were a long single guy.
Yep. Hobbling with the knee.
Yeah, always blaming something.
Yeah, got to.
Well, it looks like we got Ethan Nixon, a lefty, on the hill. Number 23. The Charger batter's out there trying to get a good eye on his stuff.
Tell you what, Colby's got for a leadoff batter, designated hitter, obviously, but he's got a great on base percentage, a great slugging percentage too. He's at 608.
Yeah, 431 batting average. Yep. That's it's always good to have a leadoff hitter that's getting on base. Looks like Colby getting some final instructions from Coach Xavier Freeman, who's running over here to coach first base. He was a college athlete. You can't really tell by the way he's running. Ex-coach.
He looks pretty big, Brett. I don't know if you need to be talking about him like that.
He's a good athlete. Luckily, I'm his boss in the fall, so he can't act up too much. No, we're lucky to have him around. He coaches us. He helps with football as well, and he's a great asset to the Heritage Hall family. Oh, Colby wanted that one early.
That wind's going to make that a tough play. Yeah, foul ball.
That's the one time you appreciate that north wind.
Took it right back over the Stevenson Fieldhouse.
Yeah, can you believe that that was just built when we were seniors, I believe?
Oh, I remember. It was a great day when we opened that, just getting to come up here and practice. I think I drove Kelly Allen crazy, always getting him to open that thing up for me.
Oh, that's good. Like that. Colby was aggressive on that first pitch. He wanted that. Let's see what he does here. Good rip.
That is rip. The wind's going to hold that up. Drop.
Oh, good play by the center fielder there. That'd be Isaac Eads. Yeah, that's what that north wind does. Colby put a good pop on that. If that's a south wind, that might be one hop into the wall, but
it's a double or triple.
It gets held up here, and yeah, it gets held up. A good play by the center fielder. He came a long way. That'll bring up our Fuzzies featured player, Jake LaForce, the left fielder. A little off-speed pitch goes in there for strike one. See if Jake can get one out there and get the Chargers their first base runner this district opener. Looks like it was just inside for ball one. One's across the board, Pope. One ball, one strike, one out. Don't you baseball guys have something for that?
1-1.
Ball two in the dirt. Cooper'd be disappointed because Cooper, he's got something for every count.
What, some lingo he uses?
Yep, okay. or some superstition he's got to get through. That one hit hard. Oh, good play by the second baseman.
Stopped.
But that's going to be an infield hit for Jake LaForce. A good play by number 3 there, keeping it in the infield. He just wasn't able to get up fast enough to get that in there, so that'll be a long infield hit for Jake LaForce. That'll bring up the shortstop, number 3, Jackson Job.
Jackson kind of looks like the complete package as far as hitting. Just really well-rounded stats here.
Yeah, he's a heck of a baseball player. He has offers from OU and OSU.
Oh, wow.
And he's quite the quarterback, too. We're fortunate to have him on our football team as well, two-way starter. He's a good athlete.
He's got a big swing. Rip that one down the third baseline, foul ball. Now, did I see Jake? Did he take off to steal there, Brett?
It wouldn't surprise me. I had my eyes focused on the plate. Oh, strike
Big
2 for Jackson.
One might have been a little out of the zone.
I do feel like sometimes when they see a little bit of a slower pitcher, they want to try to jump on it.
Try and get after it.
That's a little interesting motion. He throws to first. Jake's back in there safely. 0-2 count. Runner on first, 1 out for Jackson.
Force out at second.
Yeah, that's going to be a fielder's choice. Jackson reaches safely to first, but lead runner Jake is thrown out at second. Going to bring up number 2, Landry Kyle.
Landry is batting over 400 on the year, Brett.
Yeah, Landry's another one of our studs. He does a great job out here.
19 RBIs on the year.
See if he can be patient and give us a base rip. Going low in the dirt for ball 1. How many steals does Jackson have on the season? He's a good runner. I'd expect him to have a few.
14.
14. Let's see if the Chargers get aggressive here.
They're trying to check him. There he goes.
There he goes, and they
He's
throw to
caught in the
first.
middle, and he's going to be safe.
He is safe. Good jump there from Jackson. Easily in there to second base. That'll give a runner in scoring position for Landry. 2 outs for the Chargers.
Way to get him in scoring position for your 4-hole.
He's kind of got a slow motion, so I kind of expected Jackson to get a jump there. It's going to be ball 2 low. 2-0 count, 2 outs. Landry Kyle at the dish, Jackson Job on second.
I'd look for him to be going after this one, Brett. Ooh, ball low.
Good patience there.
Hitters count.
3-0. When you played Pope, were you guys taking on 3-0, or were you given the green light?
We were given the green light. But got to be disciplined just like that.
Absolutely. Good patience there from Landry. Going to bring up Max Hardberger.
Max is also hovering right around that 400 mark, Brett. We've got a lot of solid hitters on this squad.
Absolutely.
21 RBIs.
Well, let's see if he can add another RBI to that total right now. Looks like we're going to get a change of ball. Chargers have had 3 base runners, but no damage has been done so far. Oh, good
like,
scoop there from Seymour.
Brett, Max is also in the hunt for the doubles record, all-time doubles record at Heritage Hall.
Oh, yeah.
He needs 4 doubles to tie Derek Conte. Looks like.
What does he pass you? How many doubles does he get to pass you? Oh, we got one coming right at us.
Looks like he made the play.
Yes, that's a good play by the catcher. We were blocked out by the wall, but
he actually went into the netting, Brett.
That's a heck of a play there to end the inning and get out of a dangerous situation. So we are at 0-0 through 1 in this district doubleheader, and we will be back after the short commercial break. Welcome back to Stadium 11 here in the first game of a district doubleheader. The Heritage Hall Chargers, number 2 in District 4A4 versus the Madill Wildcats, who finished 7th in 4A3. We're at 0-0 right now. The Chargers, Pope, had 3 runners on base, but we're unable to get one across the board. Tell us what you think about this first inning of play so far.
Well, we're kind of setting up for a defensive battle right now. We did get a couple runners on, but Max, he is in the hunt for that doubles record, all-time doubles record at Heritage Hall. But the catcher made a pretty good play there, Brett, going into the net to finish that inning out. So,
yeah, that was a heck of a play. That I thought it was going to carry out of the deal, but he went right up into that netting and made the play.
Made it happen for Madill, but
that's going to bring it.
Right.
Looks like we got the pitcher, Ethan Nixon, the cleanup hitter. Thomas did a good job. Madill had their only base runner that reached on an error. And then the top half of the first inning was ended by a slow roller to Jackson Job, who flipped it to Landry Kyle. Threw over to first for the double play.
Thomas is living out there on that outside corner.
That one's going to be high and into the wind.
Tough play with this wind, Brett.
Oh! Great hustle there from Faulkner. Almost tracked it down, but that wind kept blowing it away from him, and it falls just foul for strike 2. Definitely a pitcher's win, though, Pope. Should be able to get a little more velocity on it. 0-2 count to the leadoff hitter in the top of the second, Ethan Nixon.
That's going to be an easy infield fly.
Good job there from Landry.
Yeah, on a normal day, that one might be a little bit of a gapper, a little blooper, but the wind probably holds that up a good 15, 20 feet.
Brings up the 5 hole, number 10, Aaron Van, the lefty. Oh, a good pitch there from Thomas. It feels like that wind's picking up, if anything, Pope.
Another great pitch.
He's feeling comfortable up there right now.
Yeah, he's kind of, you can tell he's starting to find his groove here in the second inning. Look for something off speed, something to throw him off. Brought the heat.
There we go. Nicely done from Brigham.
He really jammed him up on that one.
Yeah,
brought the heat, brought it inside.
It's going to bring up Cody Tweedy, number 15. Two outs here in the top of the second. We're still tied at 0. Thomas throws ball 1 into the dirt. Nicely done there.
Solid inning. A lot of strikes thrown there, Brett.
Yep, that was another good inning for Thomas. He's pitched 2 innings and seen 6 batters. Bowen Bridges does a good job right there, just making sure he gets that ball and touch him first. All right, at this we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back for the bottom half of the second inning.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted.
Order up.
Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat me.
Welcome back, Charger fans. Here for the bottom half of the second inning of this district playoff matchup between your Chargers and the Madill Wildcats. Range Faulkner's at the plate. Ooh, a little off-speed pitch there from Nixon. Fools Range for strike one.
You have another batter batting over 300, Brett. Looks like Range is at about 315 on the year.
Yeah, Range he's been solid the last couple years for the Chargers. He's done a good job in the outfield and been solid at the plate. Maybe just a high and outside for ball two. 2-1 the count. That one inside. Getting a few comments from the dugout to wear that one.
Got 3 balls and a strike, Brett.
That one right down Alumni Drive. Making the count full. Quite a battle there. Found that one off. Count remains full. Nixon didn't like his first option from the catcher. Goes with that off-speed pitch
that's a good eye
just
right there.
outside. It's always a good sign to get the leadoff hitter on base, Pope.
And I think Range has some speed as well. He's got 9 stolen bases on the year. Who do we got next, Brett?
It's going to bring up the first baseman, Bowen Bridges. Made a nice play to end the top half of the second inning.
Oh, the Chargers are, there you go, stolen base.
He's not even going to attempt to throw. Range got such a good jump there.
That puts him into scoring position for Bowen. Bowen actually has 20 RBIs on the season, too. So,
what do you say we make it 21 right here?
There we go. Chargers probably going to be taking advantage of that slow pitching motion all day.
Oh, no, Bowen shows bunt. Oh.
Hold it back. Hold it up, Wind. Nice play by Madill's right fielder there. What was that, Cody?
Yeah,
Cody Tweedy out in right
Cody
field.
Tweedy. That'll bring up the third baseman, Brigham Evans. Been fortunate enough to coach both of the Evans boys in football. Let's see what Brigham can do. Let's drive in the first round of the ball game. Low in the dirt. The catcher lost it, so Range will stand up into third. The Chargers have their first runner that has advanced to third here in this bottom half of the second. One 0 count, 1 out. Range is on third.
High side of the strike zone there.
That one high for ball two. Good eye there.
Ball got away from the catcher.
Absolutely.
1-0.
Another.
It's a run for the Chargers.
So you think there was a pass ball or a wild pitch there, Pope?
That's tough. I might call that one a pass ball.
Either way, the Chargers have their first run across the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and the Chargers have their first lead of the ball game at 1-0. Oh, that's right in between the short and the third. Oh, just in time.
Good
Good
by the
play.
shortstop there.
That's got to always be tough. You know, the third baseman's charging as well, and he was able to keep his focus and corral that up and throw out for out number 2. It's going to bring up the catcher, I believe.
Yep,
Caden Wells.
Don't have many stats on Caden.
Yeah, Colby's the everyday catcher, so I'm thinking.
What year is Caden, Brett?
Caden is a sophomore.
Okay.
Ooh, that one fouled right over our heads, over towards the lower school. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Chargers lead 1-0 in the bottom of the second. And that will be strike 3. A good pitch there from Nixon. And that will end the inning, but the Chargers do get their run. Range Faulkner reached and then stole second. Advanced to third on a pass ball and was able to score on a wild pitch. So the Chargers take the lead 1-0, and we'll be back after a short commercial break.
Since 2014, our fans have been the backbone of the club. Fans keep supporting us on the field, in the community, and are the driving force of our success. Our fans create an exciting atmosphere that drives charisma, excellence, and passion. Energy fans, we thank you and welcome you to year number 5.
We're changing healthcare and our name. Now we are SSM Health St. Anthony. But who we are on the inside is still the same. A community of saints in action who have always been a part of SSM Health, making healthcare more accessible when and where you need it. SSM Health St. Anthony. We are saints in action.
All right, welcome back to Stadium 11. We're here for the district playoff matchup between your Chargers and the Wildcats from Madill. Range Faulkner was able to get across the plate for the Chargers' first run, and they lead 1-0 through 2 complete. Pope, what have we seen so far?
Well, I think a lot of small ball and taking advantage of the pitcher's slow motion really helped there. Got a stolen base, which that'll ultimately led to us getting that run. So, and out here on the mound, one thing I noticed last inning is that Thomas he seems to be kind of picking up the speed a little bit. A lot of people were behind him last inning, so I'd look for that to continue as he's gotten warm.
Yeah, he definitely got into a flow there. Like we said, if you're a pitcher through 2 innings, you've only seen 6 batters, you've got to be happy.
Leading off at the top of the 3rd inning from Madill, number 25, Jason McQueen.
Yeah, we're going to have Jason McQueen, the designated hitter, leading off the top of the 3rd for the Wildcats. High heat there from Thomas. You were right, Pope.
Yep.
Making you look good. I like that. 0-1 count. Ooh, another high heat.
Again. I think I'd just take that elevator up further.
He was able to lay off that one for the first ball, but I think you're right. That was a good place to leave that as he chased the first 2.
Thomas definitely, he seems to be a pretty smart pitcher, keeping everyone guessing.
Good pitch there.
Strike 3, throw it around.
Yeah, that's his 2nd strikeout of the game, Pope. You're right. Yeah, Thomas has done a good, in the times that I've seen him pitch, he's been smart. He hits his spots, trusts his defense. He's done a great job so far. That'll bring up number 5, Trey Gamble, the catcher. One hit straight to Jackson Job.
Great play.
Good play. Good stretch there from Bowen for out number 2.
Jackson sure is smooth out there, Brett. That just was clockwork for him.
He's a smooth operator out there. There's no doubt about it. That's 2 outs. That's going to bring us to the 9th hitter, Isaac Eads. Isaac made a good play out of center field, chasing down a high pop fly in the gap in the first inning. Good pitch there from Thomas for strike 1. That one a little high for ball 1.
To settle back down, find the groove.
There it is. Good pitch from Thomas for strike
He's
2.
making a living at the high side of the zone, Brett.
2-2 with 2 outs. In the top of the 3rd, your Chargers are leading 1-0. That one low and away for ball 3.
Here.
Full count right here. And Thomas, make him earn the base.
I'd look for him to go right after it. Being the 9 hole, I think he's just going to go right after him.
Good pitch there for strike 3. Nicely done for Thomas. That's 9 up, 9 down, Pope. That's a good start.
He's really finding his spots, Brett.
That's a good start. All right, we'd like to say thank you to some of our sponsors. Thank you to Quail Creek Bank for supporting us again this year. It's your connection to better banking, www.quailcreek.bank, member FDIC. Charger Vision would also like to thank Venue Catering for their continued support. They take amazing care of our students every day at lunch and serve the state's best gourmet concessions. Knee, hip, or shoulder pain, Pope, don't stick it out. The SSM Health Bone and Joint Hospital at St. Anthony can help with sports injuries or those everyday pains in the neck.
I might need to Google them, Brett.
Yeah, you've broken down a few times, I have to admit. You know, sadly, I was here when against the old Cassidy, that school down the street that doesn't play us in sports anymore for some reason.
The old rivalry.
The old rivalry. I remember you walking off during warm-ups, and then, you know, sure enough, the knee goes out, or kneecap, or whatever.
The kneecap just decided to shoot out of place on me, Brad. It's a tough day. I'm still trying to play, but no one seemed to agree with me.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Tough for a junior in high school to wrap his mind around those things, though.
Speaking of that, though, the alumni game is coming up this weekend. So if we got any alumni out there watching, come on out. Come on out. It's a great event. I know I'm not a baseball alum, but I've participated in the event. It's a great time. Home Run Derby will be at 9, and the alumni game will be at 10. So it'd be nice to see you and McCurdy and some of those guys out here slapping it around.
Out this year, Brett.
Yeah, it's always fun to see. I know Coach Allen's always there. There's always a good alumni base, so
as long as we can have some St. Anthony staff members around here, I think I'll be fine.
Well, we got Joe Waldron, got Larry Wennard over there. They're able to take care of you. You'll be just fine. All right, the bottom half of the 3rd, it'll be Colby Lewis, the designated hitter, leading off. And there we go, base hit into right field.
With it. He really dug down to get that one, Brett.
He sure
Looked like
did.
It was a little out of the zone, but he definitely did everything he could with it.
Here goes Colby. Ooh. He's safe. That ball coming in kind of got away from the pitcher, and Colby thought about taking second, but gets back safely to first.
I'll tell you what, the Charger base runners are giving these guys fits, Brett.
Yeah, absolutely. They got a lot of speed. It's fun to watch these guys get on base because they like to be aggressive.
I'd look for Colby to continue that out there.
We've got the second baseman way in here on Jake. They think he's bunting. A little shift. So no pitch. I believe Jake called timeout just before.
Not sure what's going on there. Is that a balk?
No, the batter called time, I believe.
Okay.
Batter called time just before.
Tell you what, the way the second baseman was playing that, I think they might have gotten the signal from the Charger third base coach.
Yeah, they had the shift on.
Well, he was playing for a bunt, but he wouldn't. Jake wasn't showing any sign of it.
That one low and away for ball 1. Coach Seymour's not happy with Colby there for missing that one. He wanted him going on that.
You know the pitcher's over there. He's thinking about Colby right now. You know.
Jake does go with the bunt. He fouls that one off for strike 1.
What do we got? 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 count, no outs. Colby Lewis on first, Jake LaForce at the plate. Chargers are leading 1-0.
Let's see if Chargers stick it. There he goes. There goes Colby.
And he is in there, just under the tag.
And they are running circles around him right now, Brett.
Yeah, that's twice that.
Look at him go. There he goes. Look, he caught the third baseman off the base.
Oh, there he goes, and he's going to stand up. He's going to walk in.
That is great baseball, Brett.
That is. That's fun.
He just creating the opportunity there, Brett. He looked up and he saw that the third baseman was about 15 feet off the bag and decided he was going to go for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, put pressure on him all the time. Make him make the play. Colby's a savvy player, and he's able to run all the way around there for the Chargers' second run of the game.
Big congrats from Coach over there. Talking to him about something. Might have missed
I think it was that
at one point.
No, I think when the catcher dropped the ball there on the second pitch, he wanted Colby to go.
Okay.
But I'd say Colby made up for it.
I'd say so too.
Oh, Jake right back up the middle. Oh, hits the base.
Through.
That's
there
right through there.
Tell you what, the base definitely, I think, helped him out a little bit there, but I'd probably score that one a hit.
I'd score that hit. Even if he gets it, I don't think there's any way he's throwing that over. So that's Jake's second hit of the ball game. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Jackson Job. Jackson reached on a fielder's choice his first time at bat. Like to see him drive one here. Good eye there, just outside for ball 1.
Now, how's Jake's speed? Brett, Jake LaForce is over on first base. How's his speed?
He's got pretty good speed. I wouldn't say he's one of the fastest guys on the team, but he's savvy. He's smart, so I imagine he gets a good jump.
He's got 6 stolen bases on the year, so might see the Chargers continue the stolen base frenzy.
Yeah, Jake's a stud, though. He's one of the hardest working kids in the school. It was fun to coach him. And
double play ball.
Oh no!
Something happened there. I think he just somehow he lost that.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
Second baseman looked like he lost the ball. I'm not sure.
He either slipped or clipped the bag when he lost his focus. But either way, Jackson reaches on an error, and Jake gets all the way to third. That'll bring up Landry Kyle with runners on the corners, no outs. Chargers got to take advantage of this and make the Wildcats pay for their mistakes.
You want to have Landry up for this.
Catcher gets out there and signals to the fielders.
I'm actually seeing here that Landry has had 4 triples on the season.
That doesn't surprise me. He's a good hitter, and he's got good speed.
Gap to gap.
There we go.
There we go. Another error.
Another error. That was kind of lazy footwork there by the pitcher.
You know,
and
this all comes back to the way the Chargers are being so aggressive on the bases. All those stolen bases, they're getting to the pitcher at this point.
Yeah, they're making them uneasy for sure.
And here comes Madill's coach going out to have a little chit-chat.
Hey, Pope, while we have this visit to the mound, why don't you tell us about some of the other Charger sports that have been going on this spring?
So the Charger soccer team finished up the regular season on Tuesday with a match against the traditional powerhouse Woodward. The girls scored a senior night victory with a thrilling 3-2 penalty kick shootout win after keeper Avery Freeman made multiple stops to seal the victory. the boys lost to a very skilled Boomers squad 6-2 to end their season at 5-7 without a playoff appearance. The girls will open the playoffs on the road at Bishop McGinnis on Tuesday, April 30th at 5:30 p.m. The game will not be on Charger Vision, so make sure you're in the stands to cheer the ladies onward.
Yeah, that was a thrilling PK shootout. Avery Freeman had 3 saves, which is very tough. That's the hardest thing to do for a goalkeeper, but she had 3 saves. Oh, another one hits the ground.
The defensive wheels are kind of coming off for Madill right now, Brett. Just need to keep the pressure on them and keep piling the runs on.
Yeah, the left fielder Houston Stevenson came charging for that ball, and it hit him right in the chest and fell to the ground, and Landry reaches on an error. That's 5 errors so far for the Wildcats.
I'd say the wind does make that a pretty tough play, but it was well within his reach out there.
That one in there for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike, no outs. Jackson Job on second, Landry Kyle on first. Both reached on errors.
Look at a double steal here, Brett.
That one in the dirt for ball 1.
See Jackson out there kind of flirting with the idea.
Good eye there from Max. And they're on high for ball 2. Looks like Landry getting some last minute coaching advice there from X.
There he goes.
There goes Jackson again. Easily steals third. That's 3 times now the pitcher is thrown behind the stealer. Now runners on the corners for Max Hardberger. 2 balls, 1 strike. See if Max can get a double right here and catch you.
That ball is ripped, but right at the center fielder. Like he's coming in, though.
That'll be an RBI.
Yeah, yep. Call that a sacrifice fly. Even that was more of a line drive.
It's all right. He hit it hard. Like we said, if that's downwind, that might be past the center fielder.
Yep.
But hey, he did his job. Jackson scores easily for the 4th run.
There again, that's where that aggressive baseball, aggressive base running really comes into play, Brett. I mean, he's able to score on that because he stole third base.
Great point, Pope.
Thanks.
That'll bring up a Range Faulkner, who scored the Chargers' first run of the ball game.
There he goes.
Landry and easy. Another steal for the Chargers. They're really taking advantage of this. Another runner in scoring position. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Chargers leading 4-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. That one high for ball 1. Landry gets his lead at second. Ooh, Range way ahead of that one. Fouls that over there to the Brain Trust.
Jammed him up just a little bit.
Who do we got over there? We got Larry, G, Mr. Castle, Chardo,
See Mr.
Chuck.
Castle. Yep.
That's where that's the VIP section, I call it.
It looks like it.
A lot of VIPs over
Just
there.
looked like a big deal.
Have you met Larry yet? Larry Winard?
I don't think I have.
Oh, great dude. Better stash. Ooh, that one fooled Range right there.
Speed there.
That's a good pitch there from.
Yep.
I'd like to see that there from Nixon. He focused on the batter and was able to get him out.
Yep. He hadn't had much opportunity to focus on the batter over the last couple innings, though, Brett.
That's got to be a balk. I don't know.
Yep.
I
balk.
think. Yeah, there it is. Bowen Bridges up. That moves Landry to third. There we go. There's the Brain Trust. There's that stash I was talking about. You got Larry,
That is
Coach
epic.
Gefeller, Mr. Castle, Chardo.
It's like Coach Castle's addressing an important email, Brett.
Hey, always working.
Yep.
Head of upper school. Yeah, I bet I haven't heard him called Coach Castle in a while. A lot of these students don't remember that he was the He was the head basketball coach for a long time.
That's right. I think I remember sitting in his office on a handful of occasions, Brett.
Not me. Not me, never.
It was a scary event.
Never had to visit that office. Maybe a couple times. Ooh, a little chopper. Let's see if Bowen can beat it. Nope, good play there by the third baseman to end the inning. But damage was done, Pope. 3 runs across the board for the Chargers, and they lead 4-0 through 3 complete. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Is there a limit on pitches?
All right, welcome back, Charger fans. Yes, there is, Pope. I'm not exactly sure what it is in the.
Well, yeah, I bring up. I can't remember what the limit for high school pitchers is, but I can tell you that Thomas, he's nowhere close to it.
No, he's well under that. He's seen 9 batters in 3 innings, so
he's just mowing through them, getting into a lot of pitchers counts, and he's picking his spots right now and picking that speed up too.
Yeah, they actually changed the pitching rule either 2 years ago or last year. We'll get confirmation on that as we move through the game. That's going to bring up Houston Stevenson. Oh, I apologize. They're back to the top of the order. That's Wild
Nice
Roberts.
Backhand play there.
Good play by Landry.
Tell you what, Landry, that's a couple of good plays. That double play he turned in the first inning, you just get to see how smooth he is out there. That backhand was not an easy play, but he made it look like it.
Oh, yeah. You got to feel confident with the amount of flow in the middle of the infield, Pope.
There's no doubt.
That'll bring up Case Cobble, the shortstop. Good pitch there.
That outside corner again. And Brett, speaking of flow, you must be a little bit jealous of that. About 6-8 months ago, you kind of had hair like that.
It hurt. It hurt to chop it off. It'll be back. That one popped straight up. Looks like Thomas is going to charge after it.
Here comes Thomas.
Oh, does a good job to avoid the bat there. Makes the good play for out number 2.
Is that four or so pitches on the inning so far, Brett?
I believe so.
Again,
yes.
He's setting up to go the distance in this game.
Yeah, he's done a great job. He's feeling comfortable up there. Made that play look easy when it's not. Like we said, the wind's blowing in and away.
The sun coming in.
Got Mark Adams in the press box. He says he used to play baseball, but nobody believes him. That one inside hits Brett McDaniel. So Madill has a base runner here in the top half of the 4th inning. That'll bring up the pitcher, Ethan Nixon. Thomas settles in. He hadn't had a base runner since the 1st inning, of which the Chargers were able to double him up. They won't need that now. Oh, good throw back there.
Right there.
Good job for McDaniel sliding in there just under the tag.
Getting a big lead over there on first.
Gets back easily. Yeah, I don't think Pope had a steal in his whole career.
I had a couple.
Oh, hard hit ball to left. That one gets down.
Wind really killed that one there.
That's the first base hit of the game for Madill. You got runners on first and second with 2 outs. That's going to bring up number 10, Aaron Van. Yeah, Northwesterly, it's keeping them in.
You don't need to steal when
you're. All right. Van steps in. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. See if Thomas can get out of this mini jam. The most pressure he's been under so far today. Good pitch right back up the middle. Jackson scoops it, flips to Landry for out number 3. Yeah, flow squad in the middle of the infield. Gets the Chargers out of the little bit of trouble that they faced right there. Madill was able to get their first hit of the ball game, but leave 2 stranded, and your Chargers still lead 4-0 through 3.5. Pope, could you tell us about the Charger tennis squad? I know they're always having a great season.
Yeah, so
I can't count how many titles they've won so far between the girls and the boys. Close to 40, I believe.
Now they're gearing up for yet another trophy season. Earlier this week, the Charger boys placed 3rd at a deep union tournament. Will Kaiser was first in 1 singles. Brendan Baird took first at number 2 singles. The girls' trip to Union on Tuesday was canceled due to the rainy weather. Regionals are quickly approaching as the postseason begins April 29th. The boys are gunning for a 6th straight and 21st, that's right, 21st program state title. While the girls are going for a back-to-back title that would bring the program's 24th state championship. Brett, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is pretty impressive. You know, I am a little partial to the tennis team, as my brother's the head coach. Also, our former geometry teacher, Jenny Gray Ferguson, is at the helm of the girls' side. You know, they both have done a great job carrying on Coach Dick Villaflore's legacy. That, like we said, every year in and year out, they're competing for state championships. If you get a chance to get out and watch them do so, it's a lot of fun. All right, getting ready to start the bottom of the 4th. That's going to bring up third baseman, Brigham Evans. Brigham grounded out in his first at bat. Let's see if we can get the Chargers going here. There it is, right inside the third base line.
2 there? Oh, he's going for it. It's going to be a close play.
Oh,
yes. Second baseman fumbled that one, so he is in there for 2.
That was a good. The left fielder makes a good play, has a great throw, and second baseman's had a little bit of a struggle so far. But that's a base hit and an error. It's going to be a single, reaching second with an error. So that's going to bring up the leadoff hitter. Or I apologize. That's the 9-hole, Caden Wells.
Yep.
Another runner in scoring position for the Chargers. Shows bunt. Good eye there with ball 1 in the dirt.
Doesn't look like Caden's played a lot this year, Brett, so this has got to be exciting for him getting to come in and playing a district match.
Absolutely. That's the important part about depth. You never know what kind of injuries and whatnot are going to hit you, and guys have got to be ready to step up, and he's done a good job so far.
First baseman. That's not what you want there. Get in there.
Good job from Brigham right there. Tried to lay down the bunt, but he saw it quickly and does a good job getting back into second.
Madill pitcher did a good job keeping that up in the zone. That makes it tough to get your bunt down.
Yeah, I know Coach Seymour is a little disappointed. The 2 bunt attempts have been flyouts.
Yep.
That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Colby Lewis.
Still got a runner in scoring position, Brett.
Yeah, this wind has definitely made the hits a little harder to come by. Your Chargers have 4, Madill has 1. That one's going to get through.
There we go. Kind of caught that one close to the handle, but
Brigham rounds third and slips in the grass.
I think that coach was holding him up there. Probably a good idea. That was in shallow center. Would have been a very close play.
All right, we
Especially
got.
when you're coming into the top of the lineup, Brett.
Yeah, that's reasonable. 1 out. Runners on the corners for our Fuzzies feature player, Jake LaForce.
I'd be looking for Colby to create some chaos out there on the base path right now.
Yeah, did he steal all 3 bases last time, I believe? There he goes.
They're just giving it to him. I think they're kind of
That'll be another stolen base for Colby Lewis.
battening down the hatches out there a little. Two runners in scoring position.
That one high and inside for ball 1.
Oh, he went after that one.
Yeah, he liked that one
He
too.
was right on it.
That one's fouled back into the barbecue area where Mark Adams likes to spend most of his afternoons. One, 2 count, 1 out. Runners on second and third for Jake. Colby with a massive lead.
That is up the middle.
Good play there by the second
right.
baseman, but
Put another one on the board for the Chargers.
Brings up shortstop, number 3, Jackson Joe.
so the Chargers plate their 5th run. They lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. That's going to bring up the shortstop Jackson Job. With 2 outs, Colby Lewis on third.
Once again, a Charger stolen base has got a runner on third, ready to come on home.
Jackson sees the outfield in. Let's see if he can drive one. Also a massive gap out there in left center towards the 347 sign.
Now, the wind isn't going to come too much into play if it's just a dead pole down that third base line. Oh, that's a tough one.
That's a hard hit one.
And
And
he's going to get there.
let's see how they score that one.
It's a tough play, but you might have to score that one an error, Brad.
Yeah,
Third
I
baseman
believe.
needs to get a little more aggressive on that.
Yep, it's
Run
going to
right
be
through it.
E6. Jackson has reached every time he's been at bat, but it's been a fielder's choice or an error. But job done. 6-0 Chargers. Brings up Landry Kyle. 2 outs. Runner on first. There we go. There's a base hit. The Flow Bros on first and second. The Flow Bros
Team Flow.
on first and second. That'll bring up Max Hardberger. He's still chasing you down, Pope. On the double list,
Coming for some
the
doubles.
career double list. Oh, puts a
Oh,
bunt
bunt.
down.
Unexpected there.
Definitely unexpected. Just in time for out
good
number
play there.
3. Well, that's your Chargers scored 2 more there, making it 6-0 through 4 complete. We will be right back for 5th inning action after this commercial break.
Since 2014, our fans have been the backbone of the club. Fans keep supporting us on the field, in the community, and are the driving force of our success. Our fans create an exciting atmosphere that drives charisma, excellence, and passion. Energy fans, we thank you and welcome you to year number 5.
We're changing healthcare and our name. Now we are SSM Health St. Anthony. But who we are on the inside is still the same. A community of saints in action who have always been a part of SSM Health, making healthcare more accessible when and where you need it. SSM Health St. Anthony. We are saints in action.
All right, Charger fans, we are back for the top of the 5th. Your Heritage Hall Chargers lead the Madill Wildcats 6-0. Thomas Gare's done a great job up on the hill so far for us, Pope. I know we were talking about the pitch count rule earlier. We've gotten confirmation from our local expert,
Mark Adams.
Mark Adams. So why don't you let the fans know what the pitch count is?
I think he said that it's 35 pitches, and then you have to sit out a day. But the reason I'm asking is that Thomas has barely thrown any pitches this game. I mean, the story to me is the pitching and then the Charger base running also. We've just been running circles around him out there. But Thomas, he's picking his spots. He's throwing smoke. I'd look for him to continue that because he's barely thrown any pitches this game.
Yeah, he's done a great job so far. Let's see if he can get back in the flow.
That's a foul ball.
That one just foul over Bowen Bridges' head over there at first base.
You really see the wind coming into play on just about everything that goes that direction.
Yep. It's kicked up too. Little cloud cover now. That's Cody Tweedy, number 15, the right fielder at the plate for the Wildcats. No balls, 1 strike. That one just outside for
there.
ball 1. Hard hit ball to Job.
Right to the flow, bro.
Nice and smooth.
Like
for
clockwork
out number
again.
1.
Just got a really confident Charger middle infield, Brett.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They should be confident. They've played a lot of baseball in their day and played in some big games. That's going to bring up number 25, Jason Queen, the designated hitter.
Now you said Jackson has offers from OU and OSU?
Yeah, OU and OSU.
What position are they going to have him playing? Do they know yet? Has it been discussed?
Believe I know he pitches. I don't know, maybe pitcher or field player. I'm not positive.
Okay.
It sounds like just got confirmation that another Charger legend is tuning in. Derek Peak.
Hello,
good
Derek.
Good to see you tuning into some Charger baseball, DP. He was a heck of a baseball player, heck of a football player. Won state championships in both. It was great to see him come back for the football reunion earlier this fall.
Yeah, when we were coming through high school, he was one of those names that you just knew, Brett. He's a guy you looked up to, and
absolutely,
he is just a true Charger grade.
Number 12 in your programs.
Number 1 in your heart.
Also coached us in football, remember. It's fun to have DP out there. There we go, Thomas, another strikeout.
Throwing it around.
All right, with 2 outs, Trey Gamble, the catcher, steps up to the plate. Madill needing some runs because the run rule will come into play if the Chargers are able to get out of this inning. It'll be 8 runs through 5 innings. So if they can get out of this inning and put 2 more up,
that'll be that.
Good pitch right down the middle there for strike 1.
It's getting stronger and stronger, Brett.
That one just low and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs to Gamble. In the top half of the 5th inning, the Chargers are leading 6-0 in this first game of the district playoff matchup. No matter what happens in this game, we will have game 2 immediately following.
Hopefully we can get this wind to die down a little bit for game 2, Brett.
Yeah, but we're in Oklahoma, so I think that's a fool's wish there, Pope.
I think so.
Good pitch there from Thomas. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. See if we can ring him up here.
Oh, what a play.
Oh, nicely done, Landry. Oh, good
Landry.
catch there, Bowen.
What a play by Landry.
Heck of a play from the second baseman. Able to throw over to first for out number 3.
Team
So the
Flow
Charger
making a lot of plays out there, Brett.
Absolutely. Charger defense does its job, so now if the offense can plate 2 runs, that will end this game. All right, Charger Vision would like to thank presenting sponsor Fuzzy's Taco Shop. There's no better game day restaurant, fresh, fast, and fun. Stop in at Chisholm Creek after the game or visit one of their other locations in Edmond, Bricktown, Norman, Stillwater, Moore, and soon Midwest City, Pope. Everywhere.
Good job, Brian Bogert.
A big thank you to Texadelphia Social Grill, a presenting sponsor of Charger Vision since 2013. Tex-Mex meets Philly cheesesteak, and your taste buds are the winner. Stop by the lower Bricktown location and make every day a Texadelphia day. Why don't you tell us about the track team, Pope?
Yes, so Charger Track is off and running. Daphne Matthews outlasted the competition last week to win first place in the 800 meter at the OU John Jacobs Invitational, and also placed third in the mile. Multiple Chargers set personal records, but none claim podium spots at the meet. Landon Mulder is ranked third in the discus and sixth in the shot. Looks like that's shot put for Class 4A going into the postseason. The boys 4x100 relay is ranked fifth. The regional meet starts at 9:30 a.m. this Saturday at Madill High School.
Oh yeah, going to Madill. We were out there in Madill for soccer earlier this season. Got a nice track out there. That should be a good regional for the Chargers.
Let's go. Now coming to the plate for Heritage Hall. Right fielder, number 14, Faulkner.
All right, we are starting the bottom half of the fifth inning. Right fielder Range Faulkner steps up to the plate. He has reached twice in his previous two at-bats. Just a little ahead of that one. Ethan Nixon remains on the hill for the Wildcats. A little impatient there from Range as he gets fooled by that off-speed pitch.
See if Range can settle back in here. And
you think it'll be 3 in a row with this off-speed here?
Probably so. That's a good eye.
Bounces off the plate for ball one.
Learned his lesson after that last pitch. See if he can dig his way out of this one, Brett.
Off
speed.
High and away for ball two. 2-2 count to the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the fifth. That one low as well for ball three.
Range has come back from an 0-2 count.
Yeah, taking 3 straight balls, make the count full. A little chopper.
Be a tough little play there.
Oh,
he is safe.
I had a little backspin on it in the grass. It kind of spun away from him, and he digs it out for an infield hit.
An infield hit. That was a way to battle there, Brad. He was down 0-2, and
he's getting a good chuckle out of it. But hey, you'll take base runners any way you can get them, Pope.
No doubt.
I'll bring up the first baseman, Bowen Bridges.
Kind of be interested to see if Coach wants to stay aggressive out there. Range can run. They've been stealing all day long.
I don't see why not. That one in there for strike one.
There he goes.
There goes Range.
We've been in this, and he is
throws
safe.
behind him
Still on
again.
base.
You can just tell that the Madill infielders get a little uncomfortable.
Anytime there's a Charger on base.
And that's going to be the 8th error of this ball game for the Wildcats.
But, you know, I think that is a little of an overstatement because a lot of them have been forced errors, Brett. Just we're keeping the pressure on them.
Most definitely. Good eye there.
The high stuff.
Yep, Range is making them think. The big lead over there at second. That one outside.
See, and even on your delivery there, Brett, I mean, Pitcher's, he's looking at range all the way up until he's dropping his front foot there. That
Right.
just makes it tough to throw strikes.
He jammed him up there. That one's going to be a high pop fly to the second baseman. That'll be the first out of the inning.
That brings into play third baseman number 1, Brigham Evans.
I'll bring up the third baseman, Brigham Evans.
8th in the lineup. That's a good swing right there. Brigham was right on that one. Hopefully he sees another one like it.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Range Faulkner on second, Brigham Evans at the plate. Strike 2.
Little off balance there.
I feel like this is the first time Nixon's focused on the batter in a while.
Yep.
See if Range can make him uncomfortable back there. That one in the dirt for ball 1. That one hit to the shortstop. Throws over to first for out number 2, but that advances Range to third. It's going to bring up the catcher, Caden Wells.
Brings into play number 18, catcher, Caden Wells.
2 outs. It'd be nice to see the Chargers get back to the top of the lineup. See if Caden can make something happen here, Brett.
Absolutely. Caden's done a good job in there so far.
Oh, yeah.
Been solid behind the plate.
We had a little bunting error last time he was at bat, but could be big for him to make something happen here. Getting his chance in the district ball game.
Yeah, definitely. Get you an RBI, kid. Madill coach a little upset about that. He thought that Caden went across there, but field ref says no. So ball 1. That one high for ball 2. I apologize, the field umpire. Getting a lot of heat from the peanut gallery in the press box.
Mark Adams keeping us on our toes. But we're coming up on the 6th inning, and that's barbecue time.
Yeah, please go get a couple hot dogs ready on the grill, please, Mr. Adams.
They still have Schwab dogs down there, Brett?
I believe so. 2 outs. Runner on third. Ball 3. That one high. Count is full. 2 outs. Faulkner on third. The catcher, Caden Wells, at the plate. Oh, looks like it caught the outside corner for out number 3. So the Chargers lead 6-0 through 5. We will be back after this commercial break with 6th inning action. Welcome back, Charger fans. There's a good shot at Thomas Gare. So right there, Pope. He's got the shutout so far. Like you said, he's been in a great rhythm. And what do we expect to see from him? We expect him to close this one out.
I think he might close it out, Brett. There are no signs of him slowing down, and Look, he's probably up in the mid-40s, 50 pitches or so. So nothing that's going to strain him. So you might as well keep him going.
Yeah, absolutely. The if there had to be a deciding third game, it would be tomorrow. So he can't pitch anyway until regionals again, since he's past that 35 mark. So
might
let's
as well
let him
just
get out here and finish this thing off.
save your staff. But yeah, he's still picking his spots. He's throwing hard. He seems to really adjust his speed quite a bit, Brett. I mean, he's throwing. Not every fastball looks the same. I guess I'll put it that way. Some looks like he's really, he's rearing back, but he'll take a lot off of them too. Keep these batters guessing.
Yeah, he's done a great job, only giving up one hit so far. Only 2 base runners the whole game for the Wildcats.
How many strikeouts?
I believe he has 3 or 4.
Okay.
That one just outside for ball 1 as number 8, Isaac Eads, shows bunt. There's the Wildcat dugout showing a little life, Pope, trying to get a little rally going.
Well, if they're going to do it, the time is now.
That one just outside for ball 2. That one well hit, but Landry does another good job chasing that one down for out number 1.
There again, you got to wonder if it's not blowing 20 miles out of the north.
Yeah, that one probably gets down for a hit.
But we will take it.
Just a wind we don't see a ton in this ballpark, Pope. It's you wouldn't. I know Mark Adams. I don't think he got out on the golf course today at Quail Creek because this north wind makes it a really difficult golf course, and he was a little scared of it.
That doesn't surprise me at all, Brett. I think I believe what you're saying. Fully.
All right, 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. The second baseman, number 3, Wild Roberts, at the plate for the Wildcats. Ooh, that one inside. Little chin music there, pup. 2-1, 1 out. The top half of the 6th. That one low and away for ball 3.
Look for Thomas to settle back in and bring the goods on this one. Got away from him.
That one just high. So the Wildcats have their 3rd base runner of the game.
First walk?
Yeah, this is first walk. He reached on a hit and an error prior to that walk. Let's see if we can settle back in here as number 4, Case Cobble, the shortstop, comes to the plate. I think at this point, if I'm Madill, I'm letting it fly. Trying to get some.
Yeah, you have to.
Try to get a steal here, get the first runner in scoring position of the game. Thomas throws the first, but Roberts gets back easily.
Play at first base there.
Landry does a good job there, scooping that one, throwing to first for out number 2. That does advance Roberts to second, so the Wildcats have a runner in scoring position for the first time this afternoon. Brings up number 2, Brett McDaniel. That's going to be a base hit.
They're going to send
Range
him
has got a
there.
good arm.
Hold
They
up
hold him at third.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, that one just into the shallow right field. Range has got a good arm, so they hold him at third. Runners on the corners now. 2 outs as the pitcher, Ethan Nixon, steps up to the plate.
Ethan is the cleanup hitter for Madill. They're right there in the thick of their lineup with a runner in scoring position.
That one hit hard to third. Brigham gathers and fires for
Good
out
play.
number 3. Good play there from the third baseman.
Deep behind third there.
So Madill has their most promising inning as they advance a runner to third base, but Thomas does a good job. Brigham scoops it up, fires across the diamond for out number 3. So through 5.5, your Chargers lead 6-0. Pope, tell us about some spring sports.
I think we've got golf right here, Brett. So Charger Golf, Coach Andy Bogert, has once again been dominating as they gear up for postseason tournament play. In the recent Class 4A state preview at Dornick Hills and Ardmore, the Chargers claimed a first-place finish by 9 strokes over the nearest competition, Elk City. William McDonald, senior and Arkansas signee, shot a 72 to win, while teammate Hardy Bowers claimed second place with a 73. The squad competes at Guthrie Blue Jay Bash today in a final tune-up before postseason play begins. The golfers will be shooting for a three-peat and their 7th state title since 2010. Brett, sounds like we've got a solid golf team.
Yeah, the golf team, yes, they're very good. William McDonald is an absolute stud. Finished, he was an all-state basketball player as well. He shot a 63 earlier this season to break the school record. Vincent Nadeau, 64, held for almost 15 years. And William McDonald comes in with a crowd-pleasing 63. I know Adams shoots that on the front 9 usually, but William did it in 18, and he'll be going to Arkansas to play his college golf. It'll be fun to watch him. And I would not be surprised if we're watching him on CBS in the future playing professional golf.
Like it.
Absolute stud.
He'd have to handicap me about 50 shots, Brett.
He'd be giving you 2 strokes a hole minimum.
Yep.
That's all right. All right. Colby Lewis, the leadoff hitter, will lead off the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Chargers. A little ahead of that one for strike 1.
Tell you what, well, the Chargers have been quite a bit out in front of them today. Colby showing bunt, bringing it back.
One and one to Colby. Strike 2 on the off-speed pitch there from Nixon. 1-2 count for the leadoff hitter, the bottom of the 6th. Chargers leading Madill 6-0. That was low, and Colby digs it out to foul it off.
He has kept a couple of the Chargers confused today, Brett. Nixon, the Madill pitcher, kind of favors the off-speed stuff. A lot of the Chargers have been out in front of him a little bit.
Yeah, he has.
Had Colby off balance there, but I'd look for Colby to lock it in here, sit back and rock it.
He hasn't done a bad job when he focuses on the batter.
Yeah, but it's tough when you got
you guys running all over the place.
Every Charger running.
Good eye there from Colby.
It's a way to lay off the high stuff.
2-2 count. That one driven to the second baseman.
Going to be a close play, and he's
And
safe.
that'll be error number 9 as Colby reaches first base.
You just can't afford any of those bobbles, Brett, with the speed that Colby has.
Yeah, you gotta feel for the second baseman. He's had a little trouble today.
Yep.
So Colby reaches on an error. That'll bring up Jake LaForce, the 2-hole hitter. Chargers up 6-0. Bottom of the 6th. No outs. Runner on first. Looks like that one was just low for ball 1. Colby takes his lead. And he goes. No, he doesn't.
Battling one off there, Jake. And once again, just want to remind you that Jake is the Fuzzies feature player of the game.
Yeah, he's reached every time he's been at the plate and done a good job so far.
Since he's the feature player, then.
Should be able to get him some free chips and queso or something.
Yep.
That one high for ball 2. As they take the signals from Coach Seymour. What do you expect here, Pope?
Doesn't look like he's going to steal. But he's getting a big lead. Maybe he's going, I think. Hold on. There he gets him checked. See, it's good. You just got to
making him think.
Keep making him think. That's been our advantage all game. Might as well stick with it.
Still thinking.
There goes Colby.
Throw behind him again.
And that's going to be another forced error. It's an error, but I'd call it a forced error. I think that's the 4th time that has happened today, Brett, where we've had a runner steal, and they throw into first base, they throw behind him. Yeah, and then they throw or they miss. They throw it away or they miss the catch down there.
You are right about that. But like you said, putting a lot of pressure on him with the base running.
There's just a point where it just grinds you down as a pitcher.
Yep.
Good eye.
Colby very active back there. Had Nixon's attention that whole time, and he throws ball 4, so runners on first and second.
I like having Jackson Job, the flow bro, coming up right now, Brett.
Absolutely. He's reached 3 times, but all on errors, so I imagine he's wanting to change that right here with a base hit.
As a 3-hole hitter, you don't like that. I think I had a game or 2 as 3-hole Brett before I got bumped down to the...
To 7?
Yeah, 7, 8, somewhere in that range. Strike out too many times, that's what's going to happen.
Don't sell yourself too short. I remember watching you guys in districts our senior year. You hit 2 homers against OCS.
Well, what do they say? Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn every once in a while, Brett.
I think it was a south wind, though. Those were pop flies.
Possibly.
There, Jackson pops that one up. That wind's going to bring it in.
That wind, though, Brett.
I think that's going to get down just foul.
Just foul.
Yeah, that wind's blowing in pretty good. Probably 15 from the north, so that was always going to be a tough play out there for the right fielder.
I do think, though,
Cody Tweedy.
That wind helped us out again there, because that probably just would have been a pop fly.
Yeah, I think that was a routine pop. Let's see Jackson drive one here. 1-1 count, no outs, runners on first and second. Off-speed pitch just outside. Makes the count 2-1.
Oh, hit him. Did it hit him?
No, I think it ended up catching the edge of the catcher's mitt as he dodged it. But that will advance the runners.
This is stacking up nicely for the Chargers this inning, Brett. 2 runners in scoring position with our 3-hole at bat.
Could end it right here. Hit this in the gap out there, left center, and this ball game will be over.
That is a rip.
Oh,
Nice
good play by the third baseman.
He slipped when he threw it.
He got him.
That's a heck of a play down there at third.
That was a good play.
He fell or turned his ankle or something when he was throwing it.
It looked like his knee kind of buckled right when he threw it, but it was on time for the first out. Colby scores, making it 7-0. Jake stayed at second. Looks like he's going to
coach coming out to check on the third baseman.
He don't want out, though. He's shaking it off.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to try and take someone out during a district match. No matter the score. Maybe his spike caught his pants or something.
All right, I think he's good. He's shaking it off. It's
definitely looking like it's that left
ankle. Yeah. That'll
Here comes the 4-hole, Brett. Landry.
Yep, 1 out. Jake LaForce on second. Same scenario. Landry can more than likely end this game with a base hit. Takes that one low for ball 1. That one high and blowing in. Let's see
tag and maybe go there. That's a nice play by the first baseman. That ball probably moved 10 feet in the air, Brett, side to side.
Yeah, it sure did. Good focus there by the first baseman to come up with that play. Out number 2. So your Chargers lead 7-0 in the bottom of the 6th. There's 2 outs, runner on second. Max Hardberger at the plate. That one right down the middle for strike 1. Just inside, I believe, for ball 1.
See if Max can add to that RBI total. He's got 21 on the season, Brett.
There, yep, that's a hard hit ball to right field.
And they
Jake,
are
they hold him.
Third, probably a good call there.
Hold him at third, so runners on the corners for Range Faulkner. Now there's no doubt about it, Pope. If we get a base hit here, we'll score the 8th and final run.
See if the junior Range can make it happen.
Takes that one right down Broadway for strike 1. A 1 count, 2 outs. Max was given second there, so runners on second and third. That one fouled back. It's in the danger zone for whoever's parked over there. Big dent in that black Acura. Oh, 2 outs. Chargers leading 7-0. Runners on second and third.
Right,
way to battle.
Dugout.
Oh, a couple kids weren't paying attention, and Landry saved him over there.
That's what the Flow Bros do, Brett.
The Flow Bros, I like that. Trademark. Good pitch there from Nixon. That's strike 3. That's going to end the 6th inning. Your Chargers up 7-0. We will be back for the 7th and final inning of this first game right after this commercial break.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Order up. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an
What do you think, Thomas?
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted. Order up. Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat me.
The world's finest automobiles, featured at Oklahoma City's finest dealership, Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City. During the grand opening event, lease a new 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 SUV for $459 a month. Mercedes-Benz luxury in a new location. It's the grandest of openings.
Hi, I'm Todd Bondi, operating partner at Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City, and I'd like to personally invite you to the grand opening of our brand new state-of-the-art facility in Edmond off the Broadway extension.
All right, Charger fans, we are back for 7th inning action of this district playoff matchup, the first of a doubleheader. Your Chargers are leading the Wildcats from Madill 7-0. The Chargers had a chance there in the 6th to close it out if they could have picked up that 8th run, but Madill hung in there tough and got 2 straight outs as we had runners on second and third. It's going to bring up number 10, Aaron Van.
Let's see if Thomas can keep this roll going, Brett. Had a real solid game. He's been picking his spots all day.
That one high and outside for ball 1. There it is.
Locking it back in. Painting that outside corner for the lefty.
Nicely done. 1-1 count to the leadoff hitter in the top of the 7th. Good pitch there.
I'll tell you what, they have been chasing that high stuff quite a bit today, Brett.
Yes, they have.
Bill has. Trying for it again.
I think it was high, just a little high, maybe a little outside for ball 1. Or ball 2, I apologize.
2-2. That one might have gotten away from Thomas just a little bit. Oh, here we go.
There we go, Caden. Getting out there, settle him down. Looked like he kind of overstrided on that one, Pope, and left that one up. Yeah, he's trying to fix his spot there on the mound.
It is good as a pitcher when your catcher, he knows what you're doing. Get out there, settle you down so you can get back into a groove. That's a nice
good hit there.
Base hit. Kind of guided that one out there.
That's a good hit though for a lefty. A nice little slicer with the wind blowing away from the left fielder. So the 3rd hit of the game for the visitors. Cody Tweedy comes up to the plate. No outs, runner on first.
He's the 6th batter in the Madill lineup.
See if we can get one on the ground to the Flow Bros again. See if they can roll 2. Good pitch there for strike 1. I like that. That was a confident pitch there.
I think that base knock got under his skin just a little bit, Brett.
It's all right. He's bouncing back big time.
Bouncing back big time.
Strike 2. Ooh. Good play there from Caden.
Close.
Almost got him.
Caden is quick behind that plate.
I like that. That was a good throw there to first. I think the tag might have got him in the face there. Moving the dirt. We got a runner.
Oh, hit the runner. But he's not going.
At the runner, that's why you have guys back it up. So runner in scoring position now for Madill. Tweedy at the plate, 2-2. Strike 3, good pitch there.
Chasing that high stuff again, Brett.
They have chased the high stuff.
But I think that a lot of what Thomas is out there doing, even when he goes up in the zone, it feels intentional.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's liked it up there for sure. All right. The DH, Jason Queen, number 25, steps to the plate. He fouls that one off right over the first base dugout for strike 1. One out. Your Chargers are leading 7-0 in the top of the 7th. Madill needs 7 to extend this one. That one high, foul and right.
It's out.
Out of play.
No car. You missed the cars there?
I believe so. All right, no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on second. Queen steps up to the plate.
I'd look for him to go high in the zone here, Brett.
He does, and Queen's able to foul that one off too. He's battling.
But just going to Thomas, I'll tell you what, I've had a tough time picking his pitches today. I think he's going to do one thing and he just winds up doing the other, so he is tricky.
Keeping him guessing.
Yep.
Good pitch there.
Nice
Another
speed right
strikeout.
there. Like a changeup.
All right, the Wildcats are down to their final out here, Pope, in the first of 2 games here this evening at Stadium 11.
See if Thomas can close this one out, get himself a nice little playoff shutout.
Good pitch there.
Nice.
That one outside for ball 1.
One ball, 1 strike. A little bit outside there.
All right, 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on second. Trey Gamble at the plate.
That's a
Right
great
down
pitch.
the middle. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's see if Thomas can ring him up and end this game 1.
Ball was smoked right towards the old press box there.
That one just outside makes the count full. Like to see one right down the middle here. Make him get a hit here.
I think it's the time to get aggressive and slam the door shut. Thomas.
Good pitch there.
That was what we were looking for there, Brett.
It's a good job from the catcher, Gamble, staying alive. Counts full, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Chargers leading 7-0. Ooh, and that one high.
Runner is going to advance to third on that one. Runners at the corners now.
It's all right. Just focus on the pitcher. Oh, here we go. We got a. Looks like we got a pinch runner.
Yep.
Number 16, Clark Montana. Or sorry, I apologize. Montana Cleary. I was way off.
Yeah, pretty close.
I was way off. All right, Thomas. Focus on this batter. Finish this thing off. Isaac Ides. Oh, a bunt. Oh, no.
That's an error. Nope. There goes the old
shutout.
Ball was in his glove.
It was a good effort.
You know,
Had it.
Tell you what, Brett, something happened earlier in this inning that kind of caught my attention. I didn't say anything, but Thomas, he had the ball thrown back to him and he dropped it. And I think it really threw his rhythm off just a little bit there. He had to run out, chase the ball out into the middle of the infield.
That's all right, though.
It's time to dig back in and rock and fire.
Just outside for ball 1. Yeah, the key is to make sure to shake that off and get this thing finished off. You can still pitch a heck of a game.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Good pitch there, settling in. All right, 1-1 count, 2 outs. Madill did get their first run across the plate, so it makes it 7-1, the top of the 7th. Runners on first and second. Good pitch there. Ooh. That one, ooh.
Just missed a
moving
car out there.
All right, 1-2's the count, 2 outs. Good pitch there. That's what you like to see. Great pitch there from Thomas.
What a game.
That's a heck of a game from Thomas Gare on the hill. The Chargers finish game 1 with a 7-1 victory. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back to wrap this one up.
It's truck trading time at Joe Cooper Ford. That means you can trade the keys to your old truck for the keys to a new F-150, lower your monthly payment, and make no payment for 90 days. You can do that? Yes, you can. Joe outsells other Ford dealers by 2 to 1 because he always has the lowest prices. And in fact, Joe guarantees to beat any other Ford dealer's price by at least $500, or he'll give you $10,000 cash. And with 3 locations, Joe has 3 times the selection to choose from. Who loves you, Oklahoma?
Come see us at Joe Cooper Ford.
All right, Charger fans, you just watched the Heritage Hall Chargers beat the Madill Wildcats 7-1 in the first game of the doubleheader of the district playoff series. Thomas Gare is going to be our Texadelphia Most Valuable Player. Great game from Thomas Pope. Tell us a little bit about his performance this afternoon.
Well-deserved MVP. That is a big showing in a district game. Thomas, he really just dominated all day long. He was picking his spots. He kept him guessing. I saw him throwing all sorts of different speed fastballs. It looks like, wow, look at those stats. So 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, They scored 1 run, 2 walks, but 7 strikeouts. Really just a dominant performance by Thomas.
Yeah, that one run came on an error there in the top half of the 7th inning. So he was really flawless early on. Got out to that big 7-0 lead. The Chargers were able to hang on and get a decisive victory.
To me,
All right.
the story of this game, though, was Thomas, but also just our base running and keeping the pressure on these guys. So I'll look for more of that in the second game.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us for this first one. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to wrap this one up, and we'll be back here in a bit for Game 2. But you saw your Chargers win 7-1 in the opening game of the doubleheader of the District Playoff Series versus Madill. We will see you shortly for Game 2. Thanks for joining us, Charger Pride.